Hey, tonight we're going to make a little smoked bourbon. I've got a bottle of Jim Beam bourbon here. I've already put some into the glass. I've got my cocktail strainer on top with some apple barbecue chips there. You can use cherry, you can use mesquite, whatever you like. I happen to like the flavor of apple. I've got a culinary torch. And I've got a glass with a large ice cube in it, ready and waiting for my bourbon once I've got the smoke infused. So we're going to take the culinary torch and we're going to light it up. And we're going to light these barbecue chips, and we're going to get them nice and toasty. We're going to get a good fire going. You want to get a good fire so you have a lot of smoke. You want to infuse that smoke into your bourbon. So I'm just going to torch these up a little bit and get them going good and hot. Once we get a good fire going there, we'll let it burn for just a moment. There we go. Now you're going to want to let that go. Let the wood get good and hot because you want to get a good smoke going. So once you got your fire going here, I'll get down here and show you a little bit. You're going to get a little bit of smoke to come down into the glass. But you're going to take your other glass and you're going to put it right on top. Now I've got that glass on top there, and it's going to put the fire out, of course, and now watch the smoke go down into the bourbon. Now you're going to get all that good smoky flavor down in that bourbon. I like to give it a little swirl here, let it get inside that, and you want to let this sit until your smoke starts to dissipate. You're going to let this sit a couple minutes, 3 or 4 minutes, and let that smoke get into the bourbon. You'll see it start to clear up. And once it clears up, then you can go ahead and some people like to take the barbecue chips and actually drop them down into the bourbon itself to get some more of that flavor. I don't mind that at all. I know some people would not prefer to do that. That's completely your choice. So as you can see, the smoke is starting to gather down around the whiskey, and that's what you want. You want to get that smoky flavor down in there. Now the longer you leave this set, the little more intense your smoke flavor is going to get. And again, you can use any style of bourbon that you want, any whiskey, really any spirit that you want to use. I just happen to have a bottle of Jim Beam here handy and thought that I would use that. Now I'm going to rush this just a moment for you to see. I'll go ahead and pull this off of here. Now I still have a little bit of red going on there on the wood, and I'm just going to go ahead and let it fall right down in. And I got a little more smoke going, so I'm going to put the glass back on top. And we're just going to capture that last little bit of smoke and get some of that flavor out of that wood. And again, you can use your cocktail strainer here to strain it off and keep the wood particles from floating around in your bourbon. I've seen this done that people use an orange and use some orange zest around the inside of the cup. Again, that's a personal preference. If that's something that you would like to do, by all means, go right ahead. Just take my cocktail strainer, and I will pour this right over top of my large ice cube. And there we go. We have a smoked bourbon for you. It's going to be got a nice hit of smoke, and you'll really enjoy it. Again, the more smoke you want to use, use a little more wood, flame it a little bit longer, let it steep a little longer, but it's good to go. You can serve it just like that, and you'll really enjoy it. Give it a try. Let me know what you think.